Welcome to Wisdom for Wannabes, the podcast that seeks to discover inspiring words in the areas of business, beauty, and betterment. I'm the host, Jackie Morreale, and today we're going to explore topics in betterment and wellness through sport and business too. I am honored to welcome Austrian professional golfer Matthias Schwab, an athlete whose journey from the slopes of Schladming, Austria to the greens of international competition is nothing short of inspiring. I have had the pleasure of knowing this incredible human being for 25 years. Matthias is not only a professional golfer for the past 8 years, he is a family man with a passion for skiing, tennis, cycling, and even FIFA on the console. He has a sporting heritage and a constant drive to work hard and improve since a very young age, which I am very proud to have played a very small part of. Welcome, Matthias. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Jackie. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for your willingness to speak with me today about your journey in golf and in life. Like so many people in this world, I want to be more like you. And I know a lot of little boys and girls who dream of becoming a professional athlete just like you. I appreciate your time and any inspirational words that you are willing to share.
Let's do it.
For the background, what is your full name, where you're from, and your current location?
My name is Matthias Schwab. I'm from Austria and currently I am in Austria. I am a golf professional. I have been for 8 years now since I graduated from college. And golf is also my passion. So I'm in the lucky position to be able to do my passion for a living. It's pretty fun and has a lot of positives that come with it.
I know you've been doing this for 8 years, but really you've been playing golf for much longer than that. When did you start playing golf?
I started when I was 4 or 5. My parents got me into it. They got me into a lot of sports, a lot of different sports, skiing, soccer, football, whatever you want to call it, and a bunch of other things. I grew up playing a lot of different sports, but then at some point realized golf is a little more fun. I'm a little bit better at golf than in most other sports. I was able to play some junior tournaments, to play collegiately and do okay and turn pro and also do all right. It's been 25 years of golf in my life.
Absolutely. I want to ask you what your favorite part of your role is as a professional athlete, professional golf player, but also your favorite part of the game.
Well, I think my favorite part about being a golf professional is that I enjoy playing very much. It's my favorite hobby and I'm able to do it every day and also travel the world, make a living with it. It's great to be able to do it and have fun doing it. The favorite part of the game, it's hard to say because there are so many different facets in golf or that come with golf. I like being outside. I like being in the warm as long as it's not too warm. I like practicing. I like seeing progress. I like, trying different things and just getting better at something. It's just constant progress that is fun to me and that I enjoy.
I'm in the fortunate position that I remember you chipping and putting in the backyard, in the snow or in the grass, whatever it was, and being outside and honing in on your craft and always being such a talented athlete and disciplined athlete at that.
Shouldn't we tell the listeners how we know each other?
I guess that's a good idea. Absolutely. So by this wonderful cosmic circumstance 25 years ago, I was an au pair from New York who was sent to live with Matthias's family in Austria for 3 summers. I feel so fortunate for this circumstance that led us to meet and be together, and for me to be there and help your family to play a very small part of the effort of where you are today. I remember your first golf lessons. I remember you playing every day in the backyard and so many other sports. You've always been an athlete and sport enthusiast. I loved it. You and your brother, your entire family, mom and dad are such tremendous athletes and human beings.
True. That's in a nutshell.
That's my take on it. I'm very, very fortunate to have been there as your babysitter, and above and beyond that, was always treated as a member of the family.
Yeah, I would say myself and Johannes, my younger brother, we didn't see you as a babysitter. It was more our older sister or American sister that came to hang out with us for 3 summers. And then we were very sad that you weren't able to make it happen every summer.
Then I went to college. It was a wonderful time in my life. I feel so blessed to have been part of your family. To this day, I still feel that my roots are in Austria. I learned so much from you and from your parents about how to raise a family, athletes, just have a nuclear family. That's what we were.
For us, you taught us English. So all my English, all my say skills are rooted in those summers that we spent with you.
Gosh, you're gonna make me cry. Yeah, I'm so grateful. You can't attribute that to me. You are incredibly intelligent and always have been. So is your brother and the rest of your family. I have a list of quick fire questions, but because I've known you for a long time, I almost wonder if what I think your answer would be correct.
We can do it that way.
We can do it that way. Okay.
Yeah.
Quick fire questions. Matthias Schwab's favorite food is Kaiserschmarrn.
I will go with Wiener Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel. That was going to be my second up. Okay, Wiener Schnitzel.
Okay.
Your favorite place in Austria is Fackersee.
Yes. Good pick.
Yes. Mine too, by the way. Also, Schladming is beautiful, but we had such wonderful memories
We
at the
did.
Sport
Yes.
Hotel in Canton. Favorite place in the world other than Austria? I'm going to call this Palm Beach County because this is wishful thinking, but I'm also wondering if it might be Dubai.
No, it's not Dubai.
Okay.
No. That's a good question. I love the mountains. Any country or any place that has mountains. I like Switzerland. I like in the US, Tahoe, where I've played a bunch of tournaments. It's beautiful there. Mountains, take me there anytime.
Favorite type of music? I can picture your mom singing in the car, Ich liebe Österreich. I know that there's a lot of folk music. I don't know if that's what you necessarily love, but I'm going to go with that song.
Yeah, I think
Austrian music.
Austrian, it's called German pop or Austro pop. It's very high on my playlist, yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. This one I don't know. Favorite book?
I would say the Harry Potter collection.
Me too. I love the Harry Potter collection.
And then I can't wait for December to come around to watch the movies.
Yes, exactly. It's perfect for the holidays.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have to make a watch party for that one because I'm in if you guys are in.
We're definitely in. We've been doing it for many years now.
Okay. I have to ask this one. I'm assuming that your favorite sport is golf.
Let's do aside from golf. Aside from golf, right now I would say tennis. I love playing tennis.
Okay. I am not good at golf. I'm not good at tennis, but I do remember playing tennis with your mom. No matter what sport it was, she could pick up a racket or ball and she's just talented at it. Not all of us have that, by the way. Not that I know this from experience, but it was such an amazing experience to be exposed to a family that is so sport centric and it's just in your blood.
That's always played a big role in my life,
Exactly.
my dad's life. It's fun. We enjoy it.
I read in your bio that you love Roger Federer, and
Yeah, he's great. Yes.
I love that. What makes Roger Federer inspiring to you?
And he's just a really cool role model, the way he represents himself on the court and also off the court. He's such a gentleman. He seems to have his act together all the time on court and off court. Obviously, when you win, it's not that hard to have a good attitude and a good appearance. But even in tough times, he seems to just be classy. Really enjoyed watching him play. He's retired now, but it's great to rewatch some of the old matches between him and Rafa Nadal, for example, and just a great and cool athlete.
I know another pretty great and cool athlete too, who I might be talking to at the moment. I can't wait for whoever that next gen is to say the same thing about you and rewatch your tournaments and know that you are an amazing person both on and off the course.
Thank you, Jackie.
We went into it, but favorite athlete, would it be Roger Federer or do you have another one in mind?
It's always hard to single out one person or say favorite film to single out one film. I would say Roger Federer is among my favorite athletes for sure. I don't watch as much tennis anymore, but back in the days when it was a semifinal or a final and Federer was in it, I would sit down and make sure I see it.
Favorite Austrian slang word or saying?
One word that's it means in English it means like sick or awesome is geil. We say it all the time. It's just when something cool happens or fun, it's just geil.
After a few months of living with you guys and feeling like my brain wasn't totally all over the place, like I could speak a sentence in your language, saying to somebody, ich sprach ein bisschen Deutsch or something like that, and not even realizing that I was using dialect to say Biesel instead of
Bis bisschen,
bisschen,
yeah,
right? I just love the dialect.
yeah, it's different.
It's different.
For people that don't speak German, it's Austrian is German, obviously, but with a slightly different accent. It's like the difference between American English and British English and Scottish English, just a slightly different German accent.
I love the culture, everything about it. So, favorite English slang word or saying?
I couldn't really come up with it. Maybe you can give me an example.
I have a kid in middle school now, so I hear different things all the time. She'll say, "That's slay, mom," instead of guile or cool. It's language that I really don't know. I'm not cool anymore, but I would imagine when you got to college at Vanderbilt in Tennessee that there must have been some things that were very different from the English that you learned with me or at school or with other Austrians
Eh,
or Europeans. The South definitely has its own take on English.
on English, and I must say the first semester in Nashville was quite tough with the different culture. Obviously, English, different language. It was tough. The first semester, I was not sure I'm in the right place here. Then once I settled in, it was a great time. I
That's
really
great.
enjoyed my time.
I can only imagine, Matthias, start anything new, especially college, going away from home. You went to a different country, different first language spoken, new team,
Yeah,
and you did it.
it was not easy, but like I said, I battled through the first semester, maybe the first two semesters. You know, it took a little bit of time to make friends and to get used to things. Now looking back, it was a really, really good time.
I actually needed to hear that because I'm dealing with that now, having just gone back to school. So I needed to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Do you have an inspirational quote for life? Can be in German or in English.
We used to have a poster at home that my dad hung up that said in German, "Wer täglich übt, wird immer besser," which in English means he or she who practices every day improves a little bit every day. I would say my motto, if you do a little bit every day for golf, if you practice a little bit every day, you'll get a little bit better every day. Yeah, you can apply it to anything really.
Let's talk more about your education. You're an amazing student. You went to high school in Austria and then Vanderbilt for college. What was that process like? How did you navigate coming here as an international student, joining the golf team? How was that for you?
I played some junior events in the US and in Europe, and I had some good results. I was lucky enough for some colleges to recruit me and invite me over to visit the schools. I was able to look at a few and pick one, the one I like best, Vanderbilt. I graduated from high school here in Austria in 2013, and a few months later, I found myself in Nashville. Like I said earlier, it was a big change. I didn't anticipate it to be that drastic and that difficult also. I battled through it. It was tough the first few months and first semesters. Then again, I'm glad I didn't say I don't want to be here. I want to go home. I'm glad I battled through it. And then obviously it helped a lot to be on the golf team, to have 10, 12 people on the team. So I had 10 friends from the go. I had a great coach, great assistant coach that helped me settle in. It was fun. For me, the focus was even more on golf than it had been during high school. And in high school in Austria, we have pretty strict schedules in school and they don't really have any sports teams. If you're an athlete here in high school, we don't really care that much. You still have to perform in your classes. It was great for me to experience the college system and then the college athletic system, because athletics in the US is so much bigger and more popular and also more respected than where I come from.
College sports are feeding grounds for incredible athletes who go pro like you. I love that you had your pick and you picked Vanderbilt, which is a great school for whatever reason you can go, especially for golf. I'm so glad that you made it through. I was with your mom after she dropped you off. It is not an easy thing as a parent to drop your kid off at college. Dropping you off in a different country, different language, new team, new coach, so many variables. She always believed in you and the strength that you have and the intelligence and the talents, but I'm sure she was nervous.
Yeah, she was nervous, and when she left, it was quite sad for me too. We both cried, but I went straight into, freshman orientation, and it's crazy. The mind just clicks, and you're so focused on the new challenge ahead. She went to see you. It was good for her too.
Trust me, we distracted her plenty. We
Yeah.
went to a Broadway show. We went to eat Mexican food. We had a ton of fun. What inspired you to study arts and sciences at Vanderbilt?
I have a bachelor in arts and science in corporate strategy, it's called. I've always been interested in marketing and management. My dad has had several jobs in that kind of areas. I grew up learning a little bit about this stuff, and seeing him do his job. It seemed cool, and I've always had an interest in that. Once I got to pick my major, I want to go in this direction as well. So far, I haven't needed it because my job is still a golf professional, but I'm still glad to have finished it, to have graduated. There's a lot of athletes, maybe not so much anymore, that stay a year or two and then go pro. But that was never really an option because myself and especially my parents, they always put a lot of emphasis on finishing school, getting a degree. You never know, and if you break your hand or your wrist or something, you might not be able to play golf for the rest of your life. It's great to have a plan B. And that's one of the reasons why I stayed and got my degree.
That's great that you got your degree. Knowing business strategy is never a bad thing. I'm sure it wasn't easy being on the golf team while you were also studying. Golf is one of those sports that people do play their whole lives. I anticipate the 8 years that you've done just being the beginning of a very, very long golf career for you. How did you transition from the golf team at Vanderbilt to professional sports?
Of people that are playing collegiate golf, there's probably quite a lot that end up trying to go professional. It can get quite competitive. There's not that many spots on, say, the PGA Tour or the DP World Tour. You kind of have to get going fast. Otherwise, you get stuck in lower divisions. And if you spend 2, 3, 4, 5 years there, it gets hard to still advance. And I managed to get a few starts on one of the second tier tour right out of college. Luckily, I had a decent summer in 2017 after I graduated, and then got on the main tours pretty quickly. The start went well. Now looking back, it couldn't have gone much better.
That's because of you, by the way. That's because of you. You were just an amazing human and trained for this and just doing your thing. What was the best part about playing golf professionally? Is it different now than it was in the beginning?
As a professional, what's now? I think it's not easy to remember that golf is my favorite hobby or like my favorite passion, um, because you end up playing a lot of golf, end up playing 25 to 30 tournaments a year. The tournament takes up a whole week. So you end up traveling a lot. Every year I traveled across Europe, across the Middle East, across Asia, South Africa, the US. So globally. And at the beginning, that's a lot of fun, but it can also wear you out. And if you're not careful or you don't pay enough attention, you can burn yourself out after a few years. You really have to keep an eye on keeping the balance between the golf, your private life, your hobbies, your friends, and also making sure you don't view it as your job, but still is your passion and one of the favorite things to do. On tour, it's quite friendly between the players, I would say. There's groups of players that hang out all the time. I'm also in one of those groups, which is nice, which makes life on tour easier.
The core group that you're on tour with, were any of them from your tours as a junior or your college experiences?
For sure. When I started as a professional, I didn't know many people on tour, only, the people I played with in junior golf, amateur golf, college golf. You've known them for a few years, and you start building your own group. What helps for me or helped for me is the German Austrian community on tour. There's always a few Germans that are on tour that take the new young guys in. It's the same with the other countries too. You always see the French hanging out together, and when there's a young guy new on tour, they take him under the wing. Same with the Spaniards or Italians. There's a few different ways of connecting with people, and also, having your circle and friends.
When you were at college in Nashville, were there any other German speakers in your circle?
On my team, we were 10 to 12 people every year. It was 9 Americans and 1 Austrian.
You were just thrown in deep end and
Yeah,
you sink or swim.
yeah, exactly.
That's one way to learn. What is a golf memory that you are very proud of, or one that is especially memorable for you?
I have one. I made my first hole in one when I was maybe 10, 11 years old on a par three. I, at the time, was little and couldn't hit the ball very far. I had to hit a driver on a par three. And on one of the days it went in. So my first hole in one was with a driver, which was pretty amazing.
That happened when you were 10 years old?
Yeah.
This is just your destiny that you're living right now. That's incredible. You didn't even mention around that time when you were able to juggle golf balls on golf clubs on a unicycle.
Yeah, on a
And
yes.
as this prodigy child, you were featured all over the world, starting in China, I think. You and your brother could not be stopped. And it's the truth today, too.
We did, yeah, we did that little trick, the unicycle and juggling golf balls on a few TV shows actually, because the people seemed to enjoy it.
The people loved it. So, what would you say to someone, to anyone, whatever age, who's looking to start their golf journey?
In general, if you enjoy doing a sport, or if your kid enjoys doing a sport, just make sure they get to do it on a regular basis. That's the best way of learning it. Especially in the early ages, it's important to have fun doing it, to just let the kids figure it out, let them intuitively swing a golf club or kick a soccer ball, just support them in whichever sport they want to do. I think it's very hard to force a kid into a specific sport. At least from my experience, it's better to leave a few doors open and let the kids figure out themselves which sport they prefer to do, and just support them and be there for them. I was a decent skier and did ski racing growing up. I was a decent soccer player, and okay at tennis. So and golf, obviously. So I had, let's say, a few options, a few different sport options that I had available to me. And golf just was the most fun. I felt like I had a little bit of an edge. Um, in golf than in the other sports. For me, that's what happened. Yeah.
Yes, you're a very decent skier and a very decent footballer, very decent tennis player. I also think it's worth noting that from your town in Austria, or the next town over, Radstadt, we have famous skiers, Hermann Maier, different Olympic caliber skiers. So that very well could have been a path you took.
It could have. Some of my friends have specialized ski middle school, ski high schools. A lot of friends just go into winter sports. Winter sports is huge here. Obviously, in a ski resort, most people or everyone skis. And golf is not so widely known or widely popular. So that was also interesting growing up, because almost none of my friends played golf. A lot of times it was just Johannes, my brother, and myself practicing at the golf course. That was our life. It's always great coming home after a 3, 4, 5 week tournament trip. I enjoy being here. It's nice and quiet. The air is fresh and very clean. As you know, the views are amazing. It's always great coming home. I enjoy it very much.
Love it. Any training tips or techniques that you can share to get people on a fitness routine?
That's a good question, because over the years you hear and see a lot of different things. I've tried a bunch of different routines. At the moment, in off season, there's no tournaments for me for the next couple of weeks or months. Shannon got us a boxing bag and gloves. So we're doing a boxing workout or kickboxing workout every day, and it's honestly really cool. It's very intense, high intensity interval training. I'm doing one every day. At the moment, we're really into it with the workouts. Get tracked with little trackers in the gloves, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, I would be careful because she could kick your
She
butt. I'm just saying.
is she's intimidating. Yeah, she's
Very
intimidating.
intimidating. She's an amazing athlete.
She's not the tallest, but she's very scary.
Yes. It's all about that intensity. She's
Yeah,
got it.
she's got it. I do a lot of golf specific stuff too, obviously. A lot of stretching, core exercises, leg stuff, mobility, speed training, some cardio, especially in season or for a season prep. Right now, I am in no rush or in no need really to do any golf specific stuff. So I enjoy tennis. I enjoy boxing, hiking. It's
Great.
just fun right now.
Is there snow yet?
No, I'm looking outside now and there's no snow yet.
Okay. It's coming.
With the machines, the artificial snow stuff, whenever it's cold enough, they can switch them on, but it hasn't been cold enough recently. Usually it's late November. It just depends when they can turn on the machines.
Well, I hope you enjoy the slopes that are
Thank
right
you, Jackie.
outside your door. There's nothing like hiking or skiing in the Alps in Schladming.
I agree.
So I have a little guy who would love to be exactly like you, Matthias. He really wants to go into pro sports. There's so many other children out there that just love sports and are talented athletes, and this is what they adore doing. Any learnings from your own upbringing that can help inspire other little ones to go into professional sports?
It goes along with what we talked about earlier, giving the kids a few different sports options, letting them do a bunch of different sports or disciplines even, making sure they have fun doing it, or they will let you know which sport or which activity they enjoy the most. And make sure um, they do it, a lot. Also with coaches, make sure surround the surrounding team and stuff is good. The people they work with, coaches or teammates, good people or good at their job, and making sure they have fun doing it. Not asking too much of them, just letting them play. Um, and not putting them in a certain box. Golf is a very technical sport. You can get lost in technique drills and stuff like that. I think it's way more important to just play the sport and let the kids' intuition and feel and touch take over. That'll take them way further than a perfect swing that doesn't fit the body of the kid or the feel of the kid. I think just letting them play and supporting them in the sport that they prefer.
Well, hallelujah. Great advice. Thank
Yeah,
you. I
of
will
course.
I'll try my best. Do you want to share any words of congratulations to anyone who's out there, perhaps in your sport, in your field, who's doing a really great job?
That's a good question. If you just look at the rankings in golf, what Scotty Scheffler has been doing recently or the last 2 or 3 years has been amazing. We're almost the same age, so we played some junior golf, college golf together. And what is great about him is he's still the same guy that he was 10 years ago. Very, very nice guy, and just direct and fun. And I think with him being so good now and world number one and not having changed at all is great. He's a great role model for any young golfers, and also he's a great representative for the game. He's very good at golf and just a good guy too. My parents, obviously, without them, I wouldn't have gotten into golf and sports and wouldn't have turned out the way I am today. They've played a huge role. My brother, who's just a year younger, so we grew up like twins basically, has always been with me, and he's my closest friend and confidant, if you will. Then there's been a few coaches, like my college coach, who's great. He's been very, very good to me over the years and took me under his wing. There's a few other people that you need as an athlete to help you go in the right direction, be it a coach or maybe a fitness coach or some other kind of mentor. Without people like that, it's, for me, it would have been impossible to make my way through the junior ranks and all the way to the pros.
Absolutely. It's the company you keep is wonderful. And do you still keep in touch with your college coaches?
Some of them, yeah. It's the same as with friends. It's still the same head coach there who I talk to on a regular basis. Some of my teammates I still talk to on a regular basis, which is great. Every time I'm in the US, I try and see a few of them, or if it works out, meet as a group. It's always fun. Even though it's been 8 years now since I graduated, it's like yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. What's next for you, Matthias?
That's a good question. I golf will still be in my life for the foreseeable future. The lifespan of a golf career, unlike a lot of other sports, is longer. We can play until on a high level until 40, 45 years, which is, I think, one of the the cool parts of golf. Anywhere between 18 to 45, you can put them all on a course, and they can compete against each other. So I think I'll be a golfer for quite some time. I'm still
Just
happy.
just being a golfer, a professional golfer for the next foreseeable future, 20 years plus, is a pretty good goal
Okay, that's the goal. We'll be old. Then we'll be old by then.
to be an old pro golfer is a pretty good goal.
Hey, I have no problem with the age that I am. It is what it is. If anything, I try and look at everything from a positive angle.
You are such an inspiration, Matthias. Thank you for your time. Thank you for a lifetime of sports. I can't wait to share this with my little guy.
The sky's the limit.
The sky is the limit. Thank you so much. I hope you have the most fun ski day ever soon.
Thanks, Jackie. Thanks for having me.